This is the Chantry Meadows play area. So this is in Alphington of Exeter. Fairly small park with a few trees on the outside and a few on the inside. So having a look on just the very outside, the 4 large trees here are common ash, and then the small one to the left here is a hawthorn, and at the very far back to the left is a type of Rowan tree. And just going to head inside to the park now. So like most of the Exeter Council parks, you've got the typically yellow painted gate and different sorts of play kit for the younger ones. There's a couple of swings at the back as well. So you can see the big feature here is going to be the English oak, which at the moment now is just starting to get its buds. And then along the back there, that's a private garden with various different trees and shrubs. But got some interesting ones here. So this rather shrubby looking one is an alder. It looks like it's been quite hacked back many times and has sort of grown new branches and twigs. You can just about see the leaves just beginning to emerge now, as it is now spring. And this rather twisted looking one is a common alder with a bit of damage there, unfortunately. So where I'd imagine someone's been hanging from it, it's broken, but the tree's okay. And we've got our lovely silver birch with that really nice sort of chunky dark bark at the bottom, and then when you get further up you've got the beautiful white, almost diamonds as well. So we've got 3 silver birch here, and then you've got another alder tree here. So again, a common alder, multi-trunk on this one, but you can probably just about see all the what's left of the male catkins and the female cones hanging down. And then unfortunately here we have 2 pines, which I believe are Scots pines. They've got 2 needles. They're dead. You can see these haven't got their characteristic red bark. I believe they've been dead for some time. So we've got the one on the right here with 1 solid trunk and one that's got 2. But if we look a bit more closely, you can see, unfortunately, it's very much dead. The one on the right is probably easier to see. So if we grab that one, there's not much green there at all, is there? This unfortunately is very much dead. But as I said, as best as I know, that's a Scots pine. Small cones, 2 needles. And then in the far corner we've got some more birch trees. Got 4 more. Seem to be doing okay. And we'll have a proper look round now at the park. So, like I say, in this corner you've got this small pocket of trees. With the exception of the 2 pines, everything else seems to be fine. And then it's sort of right on the corner of this very nice housing estate. And then you've got the play equipment all in the middle. So there's 2 ways to get into this park, as you can see. Got a yellow gate over there, and then the way I came in over there, off the main road there. And that is about it. So this is Chantry Meadows. Very nice park. As I said, it's not overly big. It seems to have enough equipment to keep everyone entertained. Only 2 benches, so you can see a bench there, and then there's also a bench just over there. So that's the only thing I would probably say, like most parks in Exeter, there is not enough benches for the grown-ups to sit down while the little ones are running around. So hopefully that's something the council can correct. As for trees in the park, given the size of the park, I think that's fine. There needs to be certain green space so people can walk about. And then we've got the lovely English oak, which is outside the park. And then the 4 ash trees, the Rowan and the Hawthorn, again outside the park. And then on the opposite side of Chantry Meadows, which leads to Rowan Way, you've got some nice trees there too. Oh, sorry, I fell down there. So you've got a sort of mixture of ash, oak, maybe some field maple mixed in all the shrubs over there. Again, you've got your characteristic silver birch with the weeping or drooping twigs and branches. The 2 trees that have been pollarded, so they're the ones that have been, as you can see, cut back. They were common ash trees. The smaller ones, I believe, are more Rowans or white beams. These very shrubby looking trees, these 2 here are field maple. And again, you can see that silver birch, the very white one with the drooping branches. Between the silver birch and the field maple, so tree number 3, if you can see, that's a horse chestnut, a fairly small one, but again that's your famous conker tree, which is producing conkers. And other trees here, we've got, it's a bit difficult because they're so grouped together. You've got another field maple sort of to the right of that side, lamppost, sorry, and then another common ash, and then there's 2 there actually, 2 common ash, and you've got a hornbeam at the very back, which is great. They get very big hornbeams, so the only question there is, given the spacing apart, they're gonna really compete. But and the very, very tall ones, which look a bit more like a typical, I suppose, conifer type shape, they are Italian alders. They typically get taller than our ones, but they still produce the very similar dangly male catkins and the lovely solid female wooden cones. And I think that is it for Chantry Meadows. So I'll quickly go back. Roadworks in Exeter seems to be a common thing these days. So as I said, nice little group of birch and alder and elder as well, and then all the various play kit, and then some nice evergreen shrubs, and then we're back to the common ash. And that, I believe, concludes this lovely park, Chantry Meadows, which is in Alphington, just between the sort of Dawlish Road and Chantry Meadow Road. Thanks for watching. So any feedback, please let me know. If you think there's anything that could be improved in this park or the surrounding area, then just tag it in the comments. Good or bad, it's always good. The feedback can go to the council, who can then hopefully review it and actually make the changes happen. As long as they're sensible changes, I'm sure we can make it happen. Thanks a lot, bye bye.